Hassab in Wellington Straight is P2. Stephen Woodcote is P2. Alex in Cox is first. Alex is up 17.22 in Brooklands. Alex improved his first with a 0:56.431. Paul is fifth. Paul improved his P4 with a 0:57.909. 1.478 of pole. Hassab is P6 up 0.26. Damien in Brooklands is P4 up 0.27. Damien improved his second with a 0:57.162. 0.731 off pole. Colin in Luffield is P7 up 0.59. Colin improved his seventh with a 0:57.998. 1.567 off pole. Steve in Wellington Straight is third up 0.58. Alex in Luffield is first up 0.14. Alex is provisional pole with a 0:56.254. Damien is third. Damien improved his P3 with a 0:56.916. 0.662 off pole. Stu in Maggots is P10. Best lap is a 0:59.361. 3.107 off pole. Stu is up 0.13 in Wellington Straight. Andy in Maggots is fourth up 0.10. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Henry in Cox is P5. James is P7 up 0.11. Paul in Maggots is P6 up 0.11. Best lap is a 0:57.590. 1.336 off pole. James in Brooklands is 7th up 0.19. Hassub is P9. Hassub improved is P9 with a 0:58.821. 2.567 off pole. James in Woodcote is P7. James improved is 5th with a 0:57.344. 1.090 off pole. Colin in Luffield is 8th up 0.20. Colin improved is P8 with a 0:57.737. 1.483 off pole. Henry in Cox is 7th. Best lap is a 0:57.535. 1.281 off pole. Andy in Wellington Straight is P4 up 0.10. Andy is up 0.23 in Woodcote. Andy improved is 4th with a 0:57.133. 0.879 off pole. Paul in Brooklands is 6th up 0.11. Henry in Maggots is 7th up 0.11. Henry is up 0.29 in Luffield. Henry improved is P5 with a 0:57.179. 0.925 off pole. Hassub in Maggots is P9 up 0.32. Paul in Luffield is P7 up 0.18. Hassub in Wellington Straight is 9th up 0.21. Hassub improved is 9th with a 0:58.675. 2.421 off pole. Stu in Luffield is P10 up 0.24. Stu improved is P10 with a 0:59.005. 2.751 off pole. Henry in Wellington Straight is 5th up 0.10. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Hassub in Luffield is P9 up 0.18. Hassub improved is 9th with a 0:58.533. 2.279 off pole. Hassub is up 0.17 in Maggots. James in Wellington Straight is P6 up 0.05. Stu is 10th. James in Cox is 6th. Andy in Cox is 5th. Stu is 10th up 0.11. Andy is 5th up 0.29. Andy is up 0.09 in Woodcut. Stu in Woodcut is 10th. Paul in Luffield is 7th up 0.11. Paul improved is 6th with a 0.57.278. 1.024 off pole. James in Wellington Straight is P7. Best lap is a 0.57.299. 1.045 off pole. Paul in Maggots is 6th up 0.13. Best lap is a 0.57.278. 1.024 off pole. Steve in Maggots is 2nd up 0.11. Best lap is a 0.56.603. 0.349 off pole. Damien in Cox is 3rd. Best lap is a 0.56.916. 0.662 off pole. Henry in Maggots is 4th up 0.10. Hassab in Cox is 9th. Stu is P10. Best lap is a 0.59.005. 2.751 off pole. Hassab in Maggots is 9th up 0.41. Five minutes remaining in the session. Hassab is up 0.32 in Luffield. Hassab improved is 9th with a 0.58.031. 1.777 off pole. Stu in Maggots is P10 up 0.11. Hassabin Luffield is P9 up 0.11. James is 7th up 0.10. James is up 0.02 in Luffield. James improved his 6th with a 0:57.184. 0.930 off pole. Damien in Luffield is 3rd. Hassabin Wellington Straight is P9. Best lap is a 0:58.031. 1.777 off pole. Stephen Cox is 2nd. James is P6 up 0.10. Best lap is a 0:57.184. 0.930 off pole. Henry in Woodcote is 5th. Henry is up 0.21 in Wellington Straight. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Henry is up 0.02 in Woodcote. Henry improved his 3rd with a 0:56.900. 0.646 off pole. Hassabin Woodcote is 9th. The race session is at Circuit of Silverstone in Silverstone, Great Britain. The wind speed is 10 km/h from the northeast. Alex is first. Steve is P2. Henry is P3. Damien is P4. Andy is 5th. James is 6th. Paul is P7. Colin is 8th. Hassab is P9. Stu is P10. Alex is P1. 45 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Damien in Cox is third. James in Maggots is fourth. Hassab is sixth. Stu is fifth. Henry in Cox on lap 2 is 6th, 0.1 ahead of Hassab. Stu in Maggots is P5, 0.3 ahead of Henry. Henry is P6. Best lap is a 1:08.320. 5.449 of the fastest lap. Stu in Luffield is 6th, battling Hassab. Stu lost P6 to Hassab. Henry in Cox is 5th. Best lap is a 0:59.459. 2.355 of the fastest lap. Stu in Maggots is P7, 0.3 behind Hassab. James in Brooklands on lap 3 is P5, 0.2 behind Henry. Paul in Luffield is 9th, 0.5 behind Stu. Paul was 2.7 faster last lap. Paul passed Stu for 8th. Stu in Cox is 9th, 0.2 behind Paul. Andy in Wellington straight on lap 4 is 7th, 0.7 behind Hassab. Stephen Cox is third, 1.1 behind Damien. Paul is 8th, 0.3 behind Andy. Paul passed Andy for P7. Andy in Wellington Straight is 8th, 0.2 behind Paul. "40 minutes remaining in the session. Hassabin Woodcote on lap 5 is 6th, 1.0 behind James. Stu in Cox is P9, 0.5 behind Andy. Stu was 1.8 faster last lap. Stu passed Andy for 8th. Henry is P4, 0.5 behind Steve. Stephen Woodcote on lap 6 is 4th battling Henry. Henry is 4th battling Steve. Henry passed Steve for P3. Stephen Brooklands is 4th, 0.9 behind Henry. Colin in Luffield is P10. Hassabin Maggots on lap 8 is 6th, 0.5 behind James. Andy in Brooklands is 9th. Best lap is a 0:57.980. 1.097 of the fastest lap. Hassab is 6th, 0.5 behind James. Colin in Wellington Straight is P10. Best lap is a 0:58.372. 1.489 of the fastest lap. Hassabin Woodcote is 6th. Andy is 9th, 0.3 behind Stu. Andy was 0.9 faster last lap. Andy passed Stu for P8. Paul is 7th, 0.3 behind Hassel. Colin in Wellington Straight is P10, 0.3 behind Stu. Colin is now P8. "35 minutes remaining in the session. Stu in Woodcote is P7, 0.4 ahead of Colin. Colin in Cox is 8th, 0.3 behind Stu. Stu is P8, 0.1 behind Colin. Henry on lap 12 is P3, 1.6 behind Damien. Stu is 8th, 1.2 behind Colin. Henry in Cox is P3. Best lap is a 0:57.160. 0.277 of the fastest lap. Stu in Cox is 8th, 2.1 behind Colin. Henry in Woodcote on lap 13 is P3, 1.7 behind Damien. Colin is P7. Henry in Luffield is 3rd, 0.8 behind Damien. Paul exiting pits. Colin is 7th, 1.7 behind Andy. Henry in Brooklands is P3. Colin on lap 15 is 7th, 1.6 behind Andy. .30 minutes remaining in the session. Henry in Wellington Straight is P3, 0.6 behind Damien. Colin in Wellington Straight is 7th, 2.2 behind Andy. Henry in Wellington Straight is 3rd, 0.5 behind Damien. Colin in Wellington Straight is P7, 2.0 behind Andy. Henry is 3rd, 0.5 behind Damien. Colin on lap 18 is 7th, 2.3 behind Andy. Henry in Cops is P3. Best lap is a 0:57.133. 0.360 of the fastest lap. Colin in Cops is P7, 1.6 behind Andy. Hassab exiting pits. Henry in Woodcote is 3rd. Colin in Woodcote is 7th. Henry in Brooklands is P3. Colin in Brooklands on lap 20 is 7th, 3.0 behind Andy. Henry in Maggots is 3rd, 0.4 behind Damien. Stu exiting pits. "25 minutes remaining in the session. Colin in Maggots is 7th. Best lap is a 0:57.498. 0.725 of the fastest lap. Henry is P3, 0.1 behind Damien. Henry passed Damien for second. Damien in Maggots is P3, 0.5 behind Henry. Colin is 7th, 3.6 behind Andy. Damien in Cox is 3rd, 1.1 behind Henry. Henry was 1.0 faster last lap. Colin in Cox is P7. Damien is P3, 1.6 behind Henry. Colin in Woodcote is P7, 2.4 behind Andy. Damien in Woodcote is P3, 1.5 behind Henry. Henry was 0.6 faster last lap. Colin in Luffield is 7th, 1.9 behind Andy. Colin was 0.9 faster last lap. Hassab in Woodcote is 10th. Damien is 3rd, 2.1 behind Henry. Colin exiting pits. Colin Magotts is 8th, 2.3 behind Colin. Paul was 8.4 faster last lap. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Damien in Cops is P3, 2.5 behind Henry. Paul is P8, 1.2 behind Colin. Stephen Woodcote is 4th, 2.5 behind Damien. Steve is now P3. Alex exiting pits. Paul is 8th. Alex in Magotts on lap 28 is P5, 0.4 behind James. James was 24.6 faster last lap. Colin in Brooklands is 8th battling Paul. James is 5th, 0.5 behind Alex. Colin in Wellington Straight is 8th, 1.8 behind Paul. Paul was 1.2 faster last lap. James is 5th, 1.2 behind Alex. Damien is first, 1.8 ahead of Steve. Henry exiting pits. Stephen Luffield is P2, 1.5 behind Damien. James exiting pits. Colin in Woodcote on lap 29 is P8, 3.1 behind Paul. Steve in Brooklands is P2, 2.6 behind Damien. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Colin in Luffield is P8, 4.1 behind Paul. Paul was 1.1 faster last lap. Steve in Wellington Straight on lap 32 is P2, 2.0 behind Damien. Colin in Brooklands on lap 31 is 8th, 4.2 behind Paul. Andy exiting pits. Andy in Maggots on lap 32 is 6th, 2.4 behind James. Damien exiting pits. Henry is P3, 0.5 behind Damien. Steve exiting pits. Damien is third. Best lap is a 0:57.075. 0.456 off the fastest lap. Damien passed Henry for P2. Damien lost P2 to Henry. Andy in Wellington Straight on lap 33 is P6, 2.2 behind James. Damien in Wellington Straight is P3, 0.6 behind Henry. Andy in Maggots is P6, 2.0 behind James. Damien in Maggots is P3, 0.7 behind Henry. Andy on lap 35 is 6th, 1.6 behind James. Damien is P3, 1.4 behind Henry. Andy in Cox is 6th, 1.4 behind James. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Damien is P3, 1.8 behind Henry. Andy in Woodcote on lap 36 is P6, 1.0 behind James. Damien in Woodcote is P3, 2.3 behind Henry. Andy in Luffield on lap 37 is P6, 0.5 behind James. Damien in Brooklands is third, 2.5 behind Henry. Andy in Wellington Straight is 6th, 0.4 behind James. Andy was 0.6 faster last lap. Damien in Maggots is P3. Andy in Cops is 6th, 0.4 behind James. Damien in Cops is P3, 2.6 behind Henry. Andy in Woodcote is P6, 0.5 behind James. Damien in Luffield is third, 3.1 behind Henry. Andy in Wellington Straight is 6th. Best lap is a 0:57.158. 0.609 of the fastest lap. Damien in Wellington Straight on lap 41 is third, 3.6 behind Henry. Andy is P6, 0.1 behind James. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Damien is third. Best lap is a 0:57.045. 0.673 of the fastest lap. Andy in Woodcote is P6, 0.5 behind James. Damien in Woodcote is third. Andy in Luffield is P6. Damien in Luffield on lap 43 is P3, 4.8 behind Henry. Colin in Maggots on lap 43 is 8th, 0.7 behind Paul. Colin passed Paul for P7. Andy in Cox is 6th. Damien in Cox is P3. Andy in Woodcote is P6, 0.7 behind James. James in Wellington Straight on lap 45 is 5th, 0.9 ahead of Andy. Paul is P8. Andy in Luffield on lap 45 is 6th, 0.7 behind James. Paul exiting pits. Hassab in Wellington Straight on lap 44 is 10th. James in Wellington Straight is 6th, 0.3 behind Andy. The leader has just finished the race. Alex finished first. Paul finished P8. Stu finished P9. Henry finished P2. Colin finished P7. Damien finished third. Steve finished fourth. Hassab finished P10. Andy finished P5. James finished 6th.